Okay, so we're actually switching to, since you told me about this, Nicola, we're going to switch to a complete psychological question. I'm having issues with being myself and even finding out what that is and opening up to people. So how do I get myself to that, you know? That's a very good question. And I think, and this is, you know, we can definitely get back to at some point talking about, you know, writing too, but I do think this is important because I think anytime someone reach out to me and they are seeking to gain a better understanding and become a better expert on themselves, I want to give that its proper time and attention. One of the things with opening up to other people is that it's innately vulnerable. I know this is going to sound weird, but it is incredibly hard to be vulnerable with people if you do not have a confidence and love of yourself. Because you would think, almost definitionally, to be vulnerable means that you are opening up yourself to be hurt, right? And to be true and to be genuine is to be vulnerable, right? Like there is no way to be your genuine self in the face of other people without opening yourself up to attack, because it is through your openness that other people now know the ways to hurt you if they so see, right? Or I should say, if they don't know the ways to hurt you, they know what things that you hold dear, what things that you don't like, right? And the only way to actually be able to be comfortable in that is if you have a confidence and love in yourself insofar as like, I understand people might hurt me, but I'm well established enough. I have enough self-love and self-esteem that I don't need their validation, and therefore their criticism or their mocking will not hurt me. I can be uplifted by their praise or their admiration, but it is not their words or their admiration that cause me to be comfortable. I am comfortable despite that. The reason I say this is because there's a lot of people that legit just don't have confidence in themselves. They live off of the applause of others. They are worried about the acceptance of other people, and therefore, you know, it becomes difficult to be able to open up. There's this kind of like worry that like, oh, if I say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing, I will not be able to capitalize on this friendship, and I won't be able to be successful socially, and that's some type of indictment on me. So the first thing I would say, Nicola, is that if you are worried about opening up to people, do a lot of, I think, like investigation about yourself, and if you're confident in yourself. This is, again, a thing that does, I think, actually relate back to writing too. If any artist anywhere, I think should be like highly investigatory about like the art that they are making and the art that they have a passion for, and if they're willing to accept criticism for it. Because I don't think you can be a truly great artist in any capacity if you don't have an open mind for how to improve. And improvement, I think, can only come from criticism. I do lack that confidence. Yeah, I think it's a fundamental part of being able to interact with people. It's not something that's taught, it's not something that's intuitive, but I think it's a fundamental part of being able to, I think, like interact with individuals, and hopefully you can cultivate kind of a comfort with yourself and who you are and your identity by finding people who genuinely do care about you and or who are going to respect your vulnerability and be safe with you and allow you to act genuine. And through those people being kind of like your training wheels, not to, you know, like talk about this in any type of like, I think, like utilitarian way, but through you gaining a comfort with yourself, through you can then go out to other people, and even if they don't accept you, you've already accepted yourself. It's a long, hard path, and I'm not going to say it isn't, but I think it is necessary, and I think it's really incumbent upon you having a dedication to learn more about yourself, to appreciate yourself and what you've done and what you've accomplished, and then trust that you do not need the validation of others, even though it ultimately, I think, it feels very good. You just need the validation of yourself. So hopefully that can help.